Hey guys, in this plant propagation video you're going to learn about cuttings, and we're going to do two different types of cutting. One that's going to go into soil with some root growth hormone, and one that's just going to go directly into some water to eventually send out roots. So we're going to use this geranium here as the one that we're going to do a cutting to go into soil with some root growth hormone. We're going to use hormone 1, but you can use any type of root growth hormone that you want. All this does is helps quicken the pace in which this plant will shoot out roots. I've already divided some up into a cup, that way I'm not dipping it directly into my container here, and that just keeps us from spreading any sort of disease that may happen within the plants. You're going to need some hook and blade pruners. As I tell my students, make sure that it's always closed when you put it away or when you're not using it. You're going to flip that, it's going to open. Make sure that it's clean, make sure that your blade is sharp. You're going to find a place on this plant where you can get down about 2 or 3 inches, and you're going to cut at an angle. So you want to cut at a 45-degree angle, because what that allows it to do is it gives you a bigger surface area to get the hormone on. So you're just gonna take your cutting, you're gonna put it down into the root hormone, get some hormone on the base of that plant, and then all you're gonna do is take it and stick it directly into your pot. It doesn't need anything else. Obviously you're gonna water it, fill up so that you've got soil around everything and it is secure. Don't press down too much because you will decrease the soil's ability to transfer water and air. You want to make sure you always clean off your pruners after you're done with them. That way you are less likely to spread disease from one plant to another. Be careful when doing that. Don't cut yourself. Make sure you close them. And that is cutting into soil with a root hormone. There is another way in which we can cut, and this depends on what plants you are using. So we're not going to use the root hormone anymore. We're going to take a Hoya this time, and this Hoya vines. So what we're going to do with this, same concept, we're going to cut it. We're going to go, you want to go somewhere where there are both leaves and some space, and you want to make sure, so we've got this huge long runner here, which is fine, but I also want to cut some leaves so that it can have a better chance of reproducing chlorophyll. So same thing, cut at an angle. What you have to make sure you do is that you put whatever in you cut, because it's closer to the roots, it's going to root into the water. And all you have to do is put it in the water. See here where I have this leaf really close to the water? I'm just going to go ahead and pull that leaf off so that this can sit a little bit better inside the water. Sits down in the water. And eventually this will just sprout roots completely out of here. And then when you see there's roots forming, then you can plant it back into some soil. So that's 2 different ways that you can do cuttings, either in soil or in water, depending on what plants you have.